Anyways, what are we doing? Well, this is 2096, a post-apocalyptic D12 role-playing game set in the not-so-distant future. Intelligence is rewarded, stupidity is always punished, and whatever you do, don't roll a 1. Yeah, this is MC Hart Arbitrates. This is session 23 for, well, I guess July 2nd already. Jesus, where does the time go? Anyways, I'm going to hand it right over to you. MC, it's your show. Take it away.
Okay, so it seems the group are just in the process of trying to escape from a successful robbery. Amazingly, they didn't kill anyone. I was truly shocked by that. But it seems that they have looted the delivery and are then now trying to make good their escape. Now, a part of this. So, I know Prism was here last time. So, Prism, if you'd like to start to describe your character and say what he's doing as we speak, then that should be fine.
Okay. Prism likes to keep things at a distance and doesn't usually run headfirst into situations. Doesn't usually is the key. We're not gonna say that. I don't know. I got a bounty of over 1,000,000 credits on me for a mission against Gentech that kind of went south, and we were in hiding. However, now we're doing everything in our power to. Well, I'm doing everything in my power to raise my bounty and just go after Gentech, do as much damage to them as I can because they pissed me off. So after last session of stopping said convoy, throwing smoke grenades, having people lights in a party, we transported the stuff. We got in 2 different vehicles. I believe I am in a secondary vehicle with Baby Doll. Is that what I?
Yep.
Where I'm at? Yeah, I am. So Baby Doll and I are in a following vehicle as we are leaving the area. That's what I'm doing. My drones are everywhere. On the lookout.
Okay, so that leaves next on the queue is Cade.
Hello. I am Cade, Marcus and Blank Cade. Cade is the driver of the group. He gets you places, he gets you in and out of trouble, and he is currently driving the vehicle with all the stolen goods. And yeah, he's getting us out.
And would you like to describe Baby Doll? Because I believe she's
Yes.
yours.
Yes, she is.
And what's she
So
doing?
Baby Doll is basically the demolitions expert. She's got plasma weaponry, all that. That's her skills. She, assassin robot, basically. This robot and Cade is also the last time for Wednesday because stuff came up and I can't do Wednesday anymore.
No. Oh well.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Sorry to
it's
see
all
you
good.
go.
Happened.
Okay. Well, so after that sad news, we'll move on to Zol, who's also, I believe, he's also Sheridan, isn't it?
Yeah, playing
Yeah, I
Sheridan, and
remember.
right
I
now
fucking
I'm
remembered. I'm just so
in the
proud of
back of
myself.
a convoy truck right now, speeding off. We're about to, and I think we're about to start trying to remove all the trackers. That's all the crates. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know if we have lighting flashlights.
Okay.
I assume it's not dark back there, but.
Right. Okay. So the next one on the list is Bitrat, and I'm bringing you in this week. I don't care what happens. I'm bringing you in. I don't care. Don't worry. Describe your character.
Um,
Yes.
So, David, I'll be playing Axon Bitrat Vale. I'll probably save my description for whenever you meet them. That's probably
fine.
best.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. So next, Lucky.
Lucky's up. So Lucky is a scrawny, dirty, scruffy-haired brown with bits of grey in there. Basically homeless kid. Um, yeah, and he's got some street connections. And when we last left off, he was jumping in the back of the truck after spending the entire combat just loading it with as many crates as possible, using every available action. And I believe we actually made a new item for the system specifically on scanning these crates and everything, which was fun last time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
That finally leaves you, Samagi.
I am Fade. I play Usumagi Dachi, and amongst the inventory, and I am the assassin android with a bounty of 5 million. Probably going to be a lot higher after this.
Yes, because everyone's wearing a mask with your face on it. Yeah.
I forgot.
Well, your armor face anyway. Your armor's face anyway. So yes, you're going to be villain in all of this. Okay. So
We all know that the eco terrorists are actually the good guys.
okay. That's fine.
Well,
Moving on. So, Cade, we're going to be using your driving skills. Skills, bruv, skills.
Ground or
you-
lev? This is lev or ground?
The one you've the truck without any thing is definitely ground, not lev.
Okay.
Definitely not lev.
What?
And who's driving the other vehicle?
That's me.
Okay, so you'll both be making drive rolls. Unfortunately for Cade, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you because you're in a truck.
Oops, I gotta find out where
So
Speed or perception?
if you're trained, I'll let you choose.
Perception.
Then you may roll away.
Oh yeah, I forgot my perceptions. Hope my perception's okay.
Well, so like if you're trained, then great. If you're not, then
I am. I'm driving too.
If only this was a lev.
If only.
if you couldn't afford one of them. You know, they're big money. They are. Even to hire.
Maybe we could just steal one. Oh, there it is. Fucking, I just figured it out.
Okay. Fine. So, are they your driving skills? Are they?
Yep.
Oh dear. Right. So, Prism, you're doing fine, but you realise Cade is not.
Cade, big guy, you need a hand over there?
Yeah, Cade
Oh,
is
this fuck is fucked.
I mean,
I don't even know.
any of those other guys can drive? Because you look like, I don't know if we're going to make it there with that kind of driving that you're doing there, buddy.
That is a personal attack on a driver.
Yeah, that is. No one else in this fucking car can drive.
No, then you better get your shit together then.
At this point, Baby Doll gives you
Or-
a sidelong glance.
Or maybe Baby Doll's going to have to jump over there and take the wheel from you, big guy.
He's done. Shut the fuck up.
Fucking hell. Yeah,
How is this poor driving manifesting? Because we got a few people that are all trying to stand in the back doing something.
Yeah,
and I'm
no.
imagining us all just getting thrown against the wall.
Yes. So I want all of the people on the inside, if you have athletics or acrobatics, Yeah, you'll need to make a roll. And it will be based on your speed, because, you know, that's agility-based stuff.
If
So-
only it was dead.
So, yeah, so all of you in the back who are trying to do something, make a roll. Oh, Seradin. It's not a natural one, but it's still not very good, is it?
Would this be a reaction
Agility's
roll?
not my
eh?
thing.
Uzumaki is a rock solid. He is. It's like it's like he was born to this. Any turn, his upper body doesn't move. It is completely stationary, and his legs move as if nothing is happening. He is fine. Not really a reaction. This is just like your natural agility to stay on your feet.
Yeah, so like if my speed is 10, what do I add to it? Sorry.
That's it.
You do
You
a
roll
D12 plus
roll
10.
d12 and add your speed, unless you have, like I said, acrobatics or athletics or something about, you know, physical exercise and movement.
I kind of wanted to fail it though.
That's fortunate, because you definitely fucking did with a roll like that. It's not. It could be worse, but not by much. Okay, so no, Lucky is fine as well. He's not quite rock solid like Uzumaki, but he is definitely on his feet, carrying on working, so that's fine. Unfortunately, Seradin, you're not. You're definitely not on your feet. You've been thrown around from one end of the truck to the other, and you can get no work done at all. So, in fact, Lucky and Uzumaki, both of you make luck rolls.
Alright.
Being so helpful.
Yes, that's one way to put it. So Uzumaki, Lucky, make some luck rolls. Come on. So Uzumaki rolled a 3. Good job. And Lucky, can you be lucky by name and lucky by nature? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Lucky, through no skill of your own, blind luck sees Seradin pass you repeatedly. Okay, so and Seradin doesn't touch you at all by blind luck and nothing else. Uzumaki, on the other hand, he's got a loose more than once. Seradin is, it sort of either bounces off you or gets entangled in you.
I start getting
And you-
irritated and I say, "What are you doing? Can you not stand straight?"
No, I
So-
really can't.
No, you obviously can't. So
Gee,
I
we're
want. So
pointless.
Seradin, you are not making any rolls because you're all over the shop. Lucky, I will let you make a. So you're scanning for the chips, aren't you?
The tracking devices, yeah. Chips
Okay,
and tracking devices.
So the tracking, you're scanning for those. So I'm going to let you use either intelligence or perception. If you have any perception-based skills, I'll let you use those. If not, it'll just be either perception or intelligence. Uzumaki.
I'll use
Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Would hacking apply? No.
Not really. No, you're not hacking. You're just scanning.
So just
Uzumaki,
1d12.
you have to use perception because you're being bothered and you can't concentrate. So it's your perception roll to start removing the chips. Because realistically, you're having to push him off you constantly. Me, okay, Lucky seems to be doing well with the chips. He's got a stack done. He's doing really well. Uzumaki's also doing well, despite the constant annoyances. He's actually doing really. He's not quite as well as Lucky. In fact, Lucky's got to do a bit of a groove. In fact, and he's sort of he's going to have a bonus going forward because he rolled that 12. So you've found sort of the locations that they will generally appear in. So that's you lot.
Okay.
Seradin bouncing around the inside. I'm not going to let you take any more. I'm not going to force you to take any damage because you didn't roll a 1, though you were close. You are all, and I presume, Cage, you're trying to be nondescript. You're trying to blend in, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're driving along. Unfortunately, your driving has attracted some attention. And you notice that there is a police drone nearby.
Can I re-roll my driving?
No, you can't re-roll. But
Fuck.
what you can do is roll again. So that's both you and Prism can both roll again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Prism is obviously a professional driver.
No, he is not.
He's
I
better
guess
than you are.
Come on.
Better than you are. So
I'll fight everyone up in here. Don't matter.
But you have sort of managed to sort of avoid hitting anything or moving on to the other side of the road as you were previously. So you are keeping it lower profile. But at the moment, the chips, because you've still got the active tracker chips, you've also got that active scrambler as well, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So
When did that take out the drone?
it depends how close the drone is, and the drone is not close enough currently. But to be honest, you really don't want it to get too close, because if you take out the drone, that will definitely draw attention.
Yeah.
You really don't want it that close, because as soon as a drone goes down, that's when unwanted
Shit
attention
starts
will be
happening.
brought. Yeah. So, now that's all good. That's all good. Bitrat. It is at this point that you have you get contact from a colleague. And you've heard that there will be a need for your skill.
Okay.
And you've been asked to go to the location of an empty, inverted commas, warehouse, where you will meet a group of people who are currently trying to steal some items, or have stolen some items, and they will need some assistance with the offloading of these items. Now, you're a hacker, not a buyer, but you have been advised that once the stuff is at the location, they will need you to help hide the items.
Okay.
Because there may be systems around which could well be tracking them.
Anything that
So-
puts food on the table.
Indeed. Okay, so
Yep.
you will be paid independently of them, because you've been brought in by a third party.
Not part of the take.
Not of this particular mission, but going
No,
forward, you
no,
might
fine.
well be. Use some Margie. Lucky and Ceridan, would you like to make another roll? It's a bit easier this time, but you'll need to make another sort of speed roll to see if you can stay on your feet.
Can I get an advantage if I just try to sit down instead?
No.
I don't think Saraton's standing up in this.
Well, Uzumaki seems to be okay, but he's still not as steady as he was. Oh no, Lucky. Lucky, you were doing so well. Okay, that's a bad sign.
Is
And
Is it worth it? Okay, yeah, it's probably worth it. Because I have 12 luck, I can re-roll. Can I re-roll a 1? No.
You can
I'll
reroll.
yeah, I can let you re-roll. I will allow a re-roll, but that'll be the re-roll for this session.
Yeah. I don't know about using it. Well, yeah, I never use it, so I might as well. Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
Seradin, you have a chance to do something. You will at least are not interfering with other people. So I need everyone to make perception or intelligence checks for removing the old removing the tracker chips. Like I said, also Sheridan, you will be able to do this, but target number for you will be a little bit higher than the rest because. So Lucky's removing. Okay, that's fine.
For the tracker chips.
Sorry, say that again.
What are we rolling for the tracker chips? Intelligence.
You could because you're not being interfered with. You can actually use intelligence or perception. It's entirely up to you. And Sheridan, you can roll if you want. Don't have to, but you.
Can I actually do something that I want to do, or are you going to keep telling me what to do? 'Cause
Well,
I'm trying to ask if I can.
What do you want to do if it's not what you were going to do?
Yeah, I want to try to identify what's in the crates, or see if they're labeled or anything like that.
All the crates have
Maybe
all the crates have labels, but they're all barcode. So they're not. It's not a case that it says 14 M16s or anything on it. It's just got a barcode which is scanned. But they all have labels.
okay. I guess a better question: how many look like they're of the same size, and how many different sizes of boxes does it look like there is?
There are most probably about 4 or 5 different sizes. There are obviously some that are obviously rifles because they're quite long. But there are some basically box crate. Now that could be ammunition, that could be grenades, that could just be pistols. You're not entirely sure. But yeah, there are some that are obvious. There are some that say on the side explosive. Bit of a giveaway in some cases. So you could assume that they've got grenades.
So I'll go with that. I'll make my way over to that box and try my best.
Right. Okay. So make a roll. Don't roll a 1 at this point because that would be really, really bad. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. You are struggling a bit, but you do get it open and you do start to remove the chips. Right. Well. Okay. That's very exciting. Now. Finally, this will be the last roll for Cade and Prism. Prism is turned into a driving god. Oh, and Cade is now bucking his ideas up, so you have a nice smooth ride now. So all three of the passengers, if you'd like to make the perception or intelligence rolls, I'm not even going to ask you to roll speed this time because you've got a nice smooth ride. Okay, Sheridan, you're having a bad time.
Anything that involves strength, speed, perception, those aren't things that Saradins are good at.
Okay, well, So use Margie, and
What am I rolling?
again, you're rolling either intelligence or perception. It's entirely up to you. And it'll be the same for Lucky as well. Bloody hell, guys! Seriously,
Intelligence, you say?
you're using all your 12s now. You realise that all your high rolls are coming out now.
Well, I'll probably have a whole bunch of high rolls because I just spent the last 2 sessions having a whole bunch of low rolls. So
Okay, so
What about that? Never mind.
what about that?
Oh no, he had a roll that was 4d12 and he rolled 3 12s. I think the other was like a 9 or a 10.
Yeah, he is
Crazy.
He's lying when it comes to that. He's had plenty of good luck. Well, with that in mind, you pull up to the location and you see
Question.
Bitrat. You don't know he's Bitrat, but you see somebody who's just standing by the door, ready to shut it when you drive in.
Quick one.
We're gonna dump.
Well,
I'm gonna say in the back, hey, dump all the trackers first.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, did we lose the
All
police
the trackers, we haven't even touched like half the boxes.
drone?
Yep.
We did lose the police drone.
can't we like crush the trackers? Just
You can smash.
Fire
You can
them.
smash the ones that you've. You could smash the ones that you've removed. Yes, that's fine.
all right, we're gonna smash all those ones.
Hey, guys.
Now we separated the boxes from the trackers. The boxes that we took trackers out of from the ones that we haven't, right?
Sorry, say that again.
We have so I would assume while we were doing this, we would separate the boxes that have the trackers in
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Did we get rid of the police drone before we drive right to where we're hiding this thing?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Your driving has been really rather good, so
Okay.
the police
Checking.
drone has dropped off.
Still
Just
have that blackout
checking.
program up, or
Oh, yeah,
are they
they're
going to
up.
be
Yes, they-
tracking these?
No, everything's.
You have to have the blackout tokens, otherwise the
Ow!
trackers you have not removed will be kicking off.
Just everything's blacked the fuck out right now. Matter of fact, no, never mind. I'm not going to use that. Yep.
So, do you want a bit of a description?
Yeah, well, you might as well because they can see you in the doorway.
Okay, so so as you drive in, I'll sort of, be it roller shutters or whatever, I'll slide all those shut. You see a young man, wiry, built more for slipping through cracks than standing his ground. His complexion is uncharacteristically pale, with a kind of sun-starved look that comes from too many hours lit only by the glow of old screens. His hair, black, is an unkempt tangle that hasn't seen a proper cut in years, uneven strands curling haphazardly around a scalp that bears the mark of desperation. A cheap, presumably a malfunctioning implant jutting awkwardly from beneath the strands, its casing scratched and flickering dimly with unstable signals. Dark circles carve hollows beneath his sharp eyes, evidence of sleepless nights spent scavenging for data or just plain surviving. His apparel is a mismatched jumble, layers of threadbare fabric, clearly scavenged and too big for his frame, boots held together with strips of tape and wishful thinking. His posture speaks of someone always on edge, shoulders hunched, gaze darting, fingers twitching near the custom-built deck strapped to his side, a lifeline in a world that has long since left him behind.
Okay.
Nice
There
rat,
you go.
dude.
Okay, that was
Rag. Okay. So, you all pull in.
And he's
He
going to
does-
stand around sort of awkwardly waiting for instructions.
And you have been told that that they could need assistance in removing these tracker chips, though. So it would be good if you could volunteer your services to help.
Yeah, I'll head on over and Just mention that I've been asked to come over and support them with something. What do you need, guys?
I'm gonna let Prism do the talking. It's gonna be quiet.
You
Hey,
can.
in here, we got
Usumagi's.
like 1,000,000 trackers.
That's fine. Yeah, you literally go over. You'll see them fucking go through that. Prism's gonna fucking go on Overwatch with Baby Doll outside. That's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna park inside. I'm gonna look at this kid. Like Prism's not even gonna say anything. Usamagi, you got this, right? I'm going outside on Overwatch. Fucking send my drones out. Take Baby Doll. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, well,
Unless
what's
Usamagi's
Kate
not.
doing?
I've got the cover.
He's not,
Oh.
Kate's not driving anymore, so what's he doing?
I think Kay's gonna start unloading boxes.
Which boxes? The boxes which have been stripped bare of their trackers, or ones that require removal
Stripped.
of trackers?
Stripped.
Okay, that's fine. So you can crack on.
Do you want these chips removed or disabled, or are we sending them off somewhere else? What do you want?
Dude,
Just crush
actually, now
him.
that you ask, wait. He is asking. I gotta ask if it's in his abilities. Do you think you might be able to like reset them and make it so that we can track them instead of the police? You know, like a little factory reset.
We're not.
I don't know how this
we're
stuff
not doing
works.
Hey
We're
guys.
not doing that, bro.
I'm gonna come
Hey,
over.
I gotta ask, what's the point of bringing in a hacker if we're just gonna crush the chips? That seems like a waste of his abilities.
I'm gonna come over comms. Guys, can you think of anything else we can do with these trackers? I don't know, like, has anyone rubbed us the wrong way? Maybe we can, have them appear some other location. Just a
Phil!
thought.
Oh my god, I just need to slip one in Phil's pocket.
What?
You know that guy that we were tailing for Prism, you remember, right? Phil.
Uh-huh, yeah, the auditor. Your friend
Yeah.
from the gym? Or, you followed to the gym or
Yeah.
some creepy thing. I
The
mean,
stalker.
No.
One
stalked.
you've been
I haven't actually-
stalking.
yeah, that guy. Yeah, you think setting him up for a fall might be the way to go? I mean, I don't know.
I was just thinking of following home, but that's even better if we make it look like he was in on this and that he set up this whole heist. Why would we do that though?
I mean, if we could like say that we're Gentech, I don't know what Black Ops and Gentech have, or some kind of secret police. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we come and maybe have them work for us and say, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna.
I don't get this idea. You just some poor schmuck. You just ruin his life.
Well, I was gonna say if we had some people like in town that we didn't like, maybe I don't know. Can we hold on to some of these? Maybe disarm them and then activate them at a later date. Keep a couple handy. Not here, I'm saying, but somewhere else, stash them for a rainy day.
Well,
Just a thought.
bit right. If you can,
Do you want
Yeah,
me just to get rid of these chips?
you do
Yeah,
have the
just get-
option. You do have the option to reprogram them if you wish. You do have hacking, so you could definitely do it.
So I'll tell you what, guys. Here's what I can do with them. I'll disable whole load for you, and a few others I'll just distribute around the town on moving targets.
Yeah, I think that's best. Thank you.
Okay.
So just send them on a wild goose chase, kind of.
I have an idea. Cars come into my job all the time, into the parking garage. We might be able to get a log of ones that are coming out, or at least when they're supposed to be coming out, and I can let you guys know to intercept them and get trackers on them.
We'll
Whatever you
have to
need.
look at it separately, I think.
Let's I don't
You
know.
don't
Let's
necessarily
stick.
need to use same trackers.
Yeah, let's stick to the thing at hand. Get rid of the trackers for now. Take inventory of what we have. We're gonna have to find a buyer and get rid of that vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, so can I start unloading? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna unload the everything that has a tracker removed to a different vehicle, or how are we doing this?
Well, at the moment, you don't have another vehicle, so you either leave it
Here's
here
a
or
question that I gotta raise.
go for it.
The trackers are in the crates, right? Like, as in, we're opening up a crate that would have guns in it and the padding
It's
for the
not
guns and a little tracking device somewhere.
not necessarily in the. There will be one in the crate, but there could also be some on. They're not on every single weapon, but on some of the weapons there is definitely a tracker.
Okay. That is more so the point that I wanted to raise. Guys, we might want to try to figure out what guns and stuff have trackers in them. It's possible that there could be guns in here or weapons that are of more value that we might want to prioritize getting out over just the crates of miscellaneous pistols. You know, bits of 9mm ammo.
Yeah, somebody take inventory.
I
notes.
will.
Well, that's why I'm over here. I got I think this is the explosives crate. It looks like there's grenades in it.
Uh,
How can you tell when we haven't even opened the crate?
Because,
Let's-
as I did explain, there is a big explosive warning on the side.
Let's
Sheridan.
set up a bit of a production line.
Yep,
You know, the one crate that says fire hazard, like,
Yeah,
contains
why don't you-
explosive materials.
Sheridan, why don't you be extra careful around that? Just saying.
I think you should.
You know
juggle
what?
it
I
for a
probably
laugh.
shouldn't be the one dealing with this. I'll let one of you guys take care of it.
I think you should be juggling it for a laugh.
Let's set up
Go
a
on, do
bit
it.
of a production line. You get these crates out. I'll check them over, and then once I'm done with them, you have a review of what's inside them. How about that?
Yeah, I'll
Sounds
start populating crates there as well.
Okay.
I highly suggest that we go through every crate and make sure they're all within range of this jammer first.
Yeah, the jammer
Well,
is
how
then
big
we
of a
can-
range does it have?
It's got meters range, so you're not. It doesn't have hundreds of meters range, but it has meters range.
Trust me, it's wise to do it like that.
So you should be okay.
I'm just waiting for us. Oh, look, we got a pistol. I don't think it has a tracker in it. We should be safe. It walks right out to go to the bathroom. And, you know, the police are now flagged to the location.
Oops. My bad.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm more
try and
curious
start
about what.
removing these or disabling these chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pulling trackers out and looking for stuff.
I want to keep moving
All right.
crates.
I might as well just keep doing trackers as well. I think I'm going to split between doing trackers and moving crates.
I am going to try to do the one thing that I think Sheridan could probably do that's helpful. I will identify anything that is a medium munition, a blade, or a small munition. Because I know what those look like.
Right, there are no melee weapons here. They're all shooting weapons. So
Aha!
Oh,
Well, that's at least two of the three things I know.
you can definitely, yeah. Okay, you can definitely do that.
I know how to tell apart my 9mm from my AKs.
Elite hacks. Anyway, so with that in mind, Bitrat, would you like to
Yep.
make first of all the intelligence roll?
Right. So
Intelligence or perception to find the chips.
So is that literally just D12 plus full intelligence? Yeah.
Yes, plus your intelligence or your perception. Do you have any perception-based skills?
No, don't think so. Cybernetics, hacking, and pistol.
No, okay,
So
that's fine.
no.
In that case, it will simply be your D12 plus either your intelligence or your perception, whichever you want to use.
So my overall intent here, I'm gonna spot these, disable a whole load of them, take some with me, head out, and deploy them elsewhere, reinitializing them. But I'll just sort of crack on with that on my own. Okay.
So make a roll.
That's,
make the roll, please.
That's to spot them.
Okay, so you spot you don't have any serious problems with the 11. I'm glad you didn't roll a 1.
Close.
You did close, but but it's fine.
No cigar.
You got a fairly good skill, so that's fine. So that's fine. So you've now you're going to make a hacking roll to disable the chips.
Now we're working this out beforehand, so I'll just check through the
Yeah.
mechanics if that's okay. So we think it's a +8 because I've got plus. I think it's a +1 for intelligence. It might be a +2. +4 for the side deck. +1 for the +1 for the hacking level 1, and because of intelligence and because of
there's no +1 for hacking level 1. Is
okay.
there? I thought there was just no -4.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I
Or is hacking different? Hang on. Because normally for most skills, the first level grants you nothing. It just means you don't get the -4 you get without being skilled.
That's fine. So 4 for the side deck. I think it's one more for level 1 memory. So that takes it 5. +1 for the intelligence modifier, which might be a +2, but we'll call it +1, and +1 for the speed modifier. So that takes me a +7. Okay.
What's your intelligence?
11.
Give it a +2. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So that's +8. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's a 12 +8.
Natural 12.
Nice. So that's fine. So for you, it's child's play. It's quite literally you just almost just connect to the chip, and well, actually you don't. You just put the chip in, and it's like a production line. You just knock them out, and it's no problem
I'll
for you
chuck
to-
most of them. I'll chuck most of the dead ones in a pile just next to me, but I'll pocket 2 or 3 of them, and I'm intending to head out in a minute to just stick them around the city on something that's mobile.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. You do that. What's everyone else doing while he's doing that? Because he's basically the end of the production line. So when he's
Okay.
finished, then
I want to be on
that's-
the other side of him, looking at
Yeah.
all the stuff that supposedly doesn't have a tracker and trying to identify its uses.
I'm gonna.
Is there a
Cade's
reason
gonna see this.
not
He's
open
gonna turn
boxes
to fucking. He's gonna turn to Prism and he's gonna go. I think Saradin's trying to take some shit.
yet?
wow.
Can we get a roll from Sheridan to see how suspicious they look?
Right, Sheridan, what are you actually doing? Are you just trying to identify it?
Yeah, I'm trying to identify the guns.
Okay, so you're not trying to steal anything then?
No.
No, okay, that's fine. If you're going to accuse him of that, that's fine. But yeah, make a perception roll. Yeah, he's definitely not stealing anything. He's clearly cataloging. He's clearly not stealing.
I don't know.
No, well, okay. You can say what you want, but it's obvious to you that he is not stealing. If you want to be horrible to him, that's up to you. But
I just gotta say, just over the table, two things that I feel like we did this whole thing out of. One, to sell some of the stuff for profit, or to two, use some of the stuff to do better hits against Gentek. So
I
like,
thought
are
we were
we?
gonna sell it all. We were gonna sell it
Are
all.
we? I thought we gotta at least identify stuff before then. That's
Yep.
at least what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm under the impression there's going to be some valuable stuff. Explosives are not easy to come by.
Can you make a luck roll with regard to the contents of the grenade box? The question is, do you feel
You mean?
lucky? Yes. Unfortunately, your connection with regard to that is not talking to you at the moment, for obvious reasons. So you've got to hope that he comes round, and that he isn't going to have forsaken you completely. So yeah, so make your luck roll, please.
What's the luck roll for?
If you're gonna
let's
fucking
see.
explode.
No, it's just for the contents of the grenade.
Roll
box.
fucking high.
If you roll high, the
Oh,
grenades will be more
I
valuable.
didn't buy the
than
grenade
if
box
you
for
roll.
a bit.
Roll fucking 12 so we have some nuclear grenades to play with.
No, well,
No. I'm
He's not
just
gonna give us
confused
that.
because I wasn't doing anything with the box. I already
well,
left
yeah, but you're trying to identify
over
the
by
contents.
Bitrat.
Just
You are trying to. You said you were trying to catalog and understand
No.
the contents of.
Yeah.
the
I went over to the stuff that Bitrat just cleared. The grenades would have been all the way in the back of the truck, not even got out of the truck. So I left the truck, go over to Bitrat at the end of the production line,
Yes,
and I'm
but
seeing
the
all the
point
stuff
is,
Bitrat cleared.
yeah, but the point is, Bitrat was all at the end of the production line. So you have now effectively emptied the vehicle. Anything that hadn't had the chips removed have now been removed. So you have all of the boxes, including the grenade box, that are now chip free.
So is
So-
someone gonna drive the car away, return it to where it belongs, whatnot, and we just start going through the boxes? Or is the car staying here?
So
wasn't it a rental?
Goran's gonna go do that. He's gonna turn everyone. Okay, so are we keeping some of this, or what are we doing?
We're inventorying it first. I'll come over
Okay.
comms
Yeah,
and
let's-
say
If you
that.
find,
We're inventorying
if
this
you find
first.
a good,
What, Cade? There's
I'm gonna
not-
take the truck back. If you find a good sniper rifle, leave it
Yes.
aside for
What do
me.
you mean?
please.
I thought I bought you one the other day.
You
And-
did.
Yeah.
I thought-
And I want another.
You know
I
what?
want two.
Don't be a greedy
I want one for
bitch.
Tracy.
Go fuck you. Go bring that back. Okay. Go bring the truck back. And if there's a plasma lance, maybe we'll give it. No, there's not plasma lance. This is all fucking meat. This is not gonna. Nothing great is gonna be in here. I guarantee it. Why don't we do an inventory? Go bring the vehicle back. Do you need somebody to hold your hand on the way, or can you do this by yourself? There, big guy.
I need Tracy to hold my hand.
You know
Let's go,
what,
Tracy?
Tracy. Fine.
Usumagi will call out from the back. Is there a problem?
Tracy says, no. At least I don't have a problem. They do, though.
Okay, cool. Cade. Cade? Stop fucking around.
He's just gonna fucking. He's done. He's just leaving. He's leaving with the truck. He's going to put it back.
Okay, so, Cade, make a drive roll. It's not difficult. It's nice and easy.
Can I jump in with him to
If
head
you
out
want
to
to.
drop off these? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want
So
to.
is that okay? I'll be back later on. But if you need me, here's the contact details. Name's Bitrat, by the way. And I'll just jump in the passenger side because I want to head out somewhere to drop off these trackers.
Okay, you
All
get
right.
to do that.
I'll grab his contact information and put it into my whatever the equivalent of a hobo Rolodex is in this world.
Hobo Rolodex.
Whatever
Do you have a
that
com
is.
link? Do you have a com link?
That is
Yeah,
a
I
hobo
just-
roll.
No, well, that's just everybody's mobile phone. It's not a hobo Rolodex. It's just a fucking mobile phone.
We're still using
Seriously.
pagers. That's what we're doing.
Fuck's
I have a
Ugh.
built-in comm unit.
Well, that's very exciting. Thank you for sharing that. So, Cade, you successfully drop off the vehicle without attracting any attention whatsoever. Well done. Be proud of that.
And I'll just say, right, see you around, and I'll head off walking somewhere to look for somewhere to drop these trackers off.
Well, I want you to make some just a perception check to see if you can find some suitable places. Because if you don't find a suitable place, then it might be embarrassing and you might get caught.
15.
That's fine. You find some places which are
So
not
a trash bin
ridiculously-
here, something like back of a cop car, something like that. Just some annoying nuisance places, and I'll send them off.
That's fine. You get to do that.
Hopefully that will distract them a bit. And I might head back to the warehouse if I think they're still going to be there.
Well, they, as far as you're aware, they've got nowhere else to be.
Okay. I'll slowly walk back there then.
Okay. So what's everyone else doing while Cade is dropping off the vehicle and Bitrat is coming back after dumping some chips? What's
Let's
everyone
start
else doing?
opening loot boxes.
I am reactivating them, by the way, but as I'm dropping them off in places.
Yeah,
as
that's
a
fine.
distraction. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, so you're searching the boxes, is that correct? And doing a full inventory, is that correct? Well, I need someone to make a luck roll for the grenades. I don't care who it is. It can be Cyrodiil, it can be just whoever. Just someone make a luck roll, and that'll decide what the grenades are.
Who's gonna do it? Lucky,
Okay,
yeah,
I think-
you got the luck. Do it. I feel like that's fitting.
Hopefully,
Just
I don't
roll.
need that
Shh,
reroll.
I don't know
don't
anything about
say
grenades. I
it.
don't
Oh,
trust
fuck
myself around
yes.
explosives.
Nuclear grenades? Yeah.
Oh,
So, right.
well, that just
Grenade.
means it doesn't explode. Wow.
Well, you want nuclear grenades, but like, doesn't
No,
satellite
there
rain
is
use like a
not going to
marker?
be. There's not going to be a nuclear grenade in there. Fuck off. Seriously, man.
Ah, come on. Where's
What
the
a
fun?
12.
I don't fucking care. They don't hand out grenades to standard people. Fuck's sake.
It's
Seriously,
literal loot boxes, and I rolled a net 12.
I don't fucking care what you rolled. You're not having nuclear fucking grenades.
It's
about
I mean,
holy
he
much
is
hand
fun.
lucky. He is lucky. He got that 12, and he has a. He's lucky.
mistake-
I really no. You're thinking about this wrong. You really want us to have nuclear grenades because you
Why?
want them to blow up in our pocket and kill all of us and do
That's
a
a
TPK.
bad idea. We don't need nuclear grenades. None of us need nuclear
I
grenades.
Yeah.
don't want to give you nuclear grenades, but at all. It's nothing to do with killing you. I don't need you to carry around nuclear grenades for me to find a way to murder you all. So it
Okay.
Okay,
will
so
not.
In that example, prime example.
in honor of the net 12, can whatever it be just be really expensive?
Well,
Time
obviously,
acceleration
I wouldn't.
grenades.
Fuck's sake. Of course,
Holy
it's
hand
going to be
grenades.
of Antioch.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, they could be micro grenades actually. That'd be useful. There's a lot. There's a lot of grenades that it could be, and I was talking to Prism that like we have stuff missing from the grenade list, like Molotovs and incendiary grenades. I think got missed.
What about a case full of psycho gas?
Yes! Psycho gas! Just
Okay, that's annoying.
drop them all over the city and just fucking watch
Over
it
the
go
city.
crazy. All over the city. Just watch it go crazy. See, take that, Gentech.
We need like a crop duster.
No civilian casualties then.
Yeah, because they're doing it themselves.
Imagine deploy that out of like chemtrails. Just coat the whole city in it.
Yeah, psycho gas. Just drop it in the vents of the fucking Gentech.
So I'm presuming there was no sort of like logo or insignia on the side of the truck itself, but would I have noticed logos on these crates themselves?
Yeah, the Gentech. Yeah.
So Gentech corporate logos. Okay. And
Right.
and I would have picked up roughly what was in there as we're going through it. Okay.
Yeah. So, ooh, there's explosive mission tier 1 restricted. So, look at that. Right. Well, I'm going to say that because you rolled well, there was a nice mixture. There is a nice mixture of grenades. For a start, there are a couple of claymores, and these are Generation 2 claymores.
Wow.
Uh,
Those are strong.
Yes, but get anti-vehicle specifically. That's fine. You will find. You will also have. Uh, 4 knockout gases,
Yoink.
4 micro grenades,
Ooh.
Derek's yoink.
Actually,
Sills
there
you
are,
want.
by the way, there are incendiary grenades and firebombs. So there are Molotovs.
Why don't we get this all typed up first, and then we can start claiming stuff?
So,
Prism, are you typing it all, or?
I'm trying to. Yes.
so
Okay.
there are 3 HV grenades.
Yep. How many claymores? You never said.
There were 4.
4.
there were
Gen
4.
2 claymores.
And
4
there
KO.
is
3.
What?
How many incendiary? We're just gonna say 4 incendiary, 4 firebombs. Is that what I'm sensing here?
no. There are 3 smart grenades.
Smart.
And then finally, you will find 4 Gen 2 smoke grenades. Now, most of these, particularly the Gen 2 stuff, look like they're not experimental, but they're not commonly used. So it may have been a case that they were perhaps sending some of this stuff there for a specific mission.
Yeah, to take us out.
No,
So I do actually I'm excited for the Claymore because if we're gonna be trusted with a high explosive, I think a Claymore's the best one because at least it won't hurt the people behind it. They have just the 45-degree blast area.
So,
actually, wait, are both of them 60 or is the Gen 2 like selective?
What?
I don't see a cone mentioned on the Gen 2.
it says smaller and even more deadly 12-meter directed blast. So I'm gonna say 12 meter. Fuck me, that's fucking far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
that's why
I
I'm like, this is
presume
gonna be crazy.
Basically, so this isn't like this is basically a blast that is directed only. So it's not like there's a fan-like effect from this claymore. The claymore goes directly in front of it, and that's it. It hits nothing else. So this is very much a directed mine. So it's quite literally, if you stand in front of that claymore, you are getting everything. But you could stand to the side and not be affected by it. Right. So,
But like 12 meters is enough to put it on the sidewalk of a two-way street and it would hit something on the other side.
yes, 12 meters is a long way, and from the looks of it, is quite devastating. 5d12 times 14.
That's crazy.
But that is an anti-vehicle weapon. So quite literally, you put it down, the vehicle rolls over it, boom.
OV.
So
What's even better about it is they're really hard to detect.
yes, yeah, that's so. Inside this inside there are a mixture of weapons, a mixture of crates. There are no large munitions. They're all small and medium munitions. So there are 12 assault shotguns.
Wait, I have to ask for clarification. Prism, is that a typo on the HV grenade or is it actually 40 meters?
You remember? Yeah, no, never mind.
Wait,
A
where?
hand grenade? That's tier 1 restricted?
That is rather disturbing.
I don't feel like an HV grenade with a 40 meter. I don't even know if someone can throw something reliably 40 meters. That's
Who's not an-
scary.
Who's not an Olympic, javelin
If
thrower.
if that was an HV bomb, it makes sense. But something thrown, that seems like way too big of an area.
Yeah, no. Nope, that's a 40-meter area, which is. You remember that thing that took
I
out
would
the
only
vehicle
feel
and
safe
killed
using a
like
grenade launcher with that.
James' character? Yeah. When
Wait, are we talking about the HV grenades?
yeah,
Yeah.
The HV
one that
grenade.
killed-
Yeah,
like-
that's what
yeah.
I use. That's what I use to bring down the corporate plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got 4 of those, right?
Yes.
I threw like a group of like 9 in there.
That's what.
What were we
That's
saying?
why you got
12 assault
covered on-
shotguns.
So assault shotgun. There are 12 assault shotguns. 12. Right, hang on.
My God.
12 assault shotguns.
I've
Yeah.
really wanted an assault shotgun, actually.
Well, there's 12. Just
Smack
calm,
Sheridan's
chill,
hand.
chill. So, 12 G36s. 12 MP5s. 12 Uzis.
Uzi.
24 9mm pistols.
It's a couple of weapons.
Is that everything?
And there are 2, and it's described as rifles plus 2, which I presume is 14mm AP. So I presume that's a sniper's rifle.
That's large munitions, not medium.
Doesn't specify that.
'Cause those
That's
are,
under tier 1, tier 1 restricted.
Yeah, 14mm armor piercing it. Nice thing about that is it's burst or fucking auto. Does it do auto? I think it does. Or
Yes, it does.
It's
No, it's selective.
no, it does 21. You
Actually,
can blow the whole fucking
actually,
thing.
no, there will be
21 rounds.
12 M16s, so there will be some large, but they're just, again, it's just personal weapons. It's not thing. No fucking LMGs or any shit like that.
No lasers. No lasers.
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 Laser.
Yeah, those rifles.
Actually, there are sniper's rifle. So you can, instead of having those 2 rifles, you can have the two M36 sniper rifle.
I thought we were selling all of this.
Yep.
So, ammunition-wise, there is enough ammunition for each weapon will have 4 full clips.
4 magazines.
I
for each
will let
weapon.
you work all that out.
Great.
So each weapon has 4 full clips.
Magazines,
Yeah.
kids. Magazines. Damn, I really wanted those rifles. I wish you fucking. Those are. Yeah, you can dump 21 rounds.
I have to point out
What?
assault
I have one.
shotguns, especially like 12 of them. That is really good.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's a couple of credits.
But-
Remember, kids.
So did you say
We're trying to
we
make
get
credits.
12 M16?
Yeah.
And
12,
what were the...
Sorry, say that again.
Okay. Did you say 12 M16s? Or how
Yes,
many M16s? Okay.
12.
And what was the... I think you replaced the rifle with something?
Yeah,
To
with
what?
with the 2 M36 sniper rifle.
M36 sniper rifle.
Yeah, 2 of those
Okay.
M30s.
All right. How do you want to do this? Are we finding a buyer? Do you want me to just price everything at 50% normal costs? MC, like. Because of what? What, Sheridan?
I have trade if we need help selling stuff.
Good. That's good.
Might be able to
I
get a
like
better
that.
deal.
Because first we need to price it. Look, this stuff can come in handy. but we need credits more than that because, well, credits
I
more than the shit. What?
I'd really like one of those shotguns.
I'll tell you what.
I've been
let's see
wanting to
how
buy
much.
one of those.
Okay, well then, you know what? Merry Christmas. No, hold on. Let's get a price for all this stuff first, okay? Before we
Yeah,
start taking
let's
it.
get a total.
We need to cover costs, and then once costs are covered, we can split. We can split either the munition. I think we tally the costs. We tally what the weapons are worth. We pay the costs, and then whatever's left after that, we split evenly between the members, and they can choose to have that in cash of sold weapons or in
And
munitions.
you must also determine whether or not you are going to pay me back this mission or next mission.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize how much credits that Usamagi and I have spent on gear. And listen, I want to earn all of your trust because I plan on us working together. But like you said,
That's
we'll take the costs out of it, and then I'm fine with splitting it.
I
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm
just like 4 things I need to come out of this,
Yes, pretty boy.
and hopefully I can
Of
become a
course, you
lot
will
more
not be
useful
required
after.
to pay everything back all at once, otherwise you wouldn't make any money.
At any point in time, did Cade walk back in?
Yes, he eventually did. Yes, he will do.
As he's walking in, he goes. He like hears this. He says, "I'll take it in cash." And then he sits down with Tracy because his cut is just for him. Wait, okay, I gotta ask this for MC. Is
So,
him and Tracy getting a cut, or is it just him?
I don't know. I don't know what was agreed by the party.
We never agreed
Isn't
on
Tracy
cut.
your battle doll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. That's like.
Then
There
I
we go.
believe your cut would be your cut.
Yeah, you guys
if
can split.
She's an asset you brought to the table,
Mm.
just like my
If she got
NPR.
destroyed, yeah,
Alright.
if she got destroyed, maybe we would like try and reimburse you for that. But you just like, yeah,
Listen, Cade, we get you. You know I got you. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do my cut. I'm gonna stay
I'm
back
like-
here. You guys figure out complicated shit out.
I'll,
I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
work on my
Listen,
bike.
I'll,
And
listen.
I'll pat Kid on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, you'll make your money's worth."
he goes, no, I'm not worried about that. I trust Prism and you, and everyone else. But I'm just gonna let you guys all figure all this complicated shit. I'm gonna
There
go
you
work
go.
on my bike, and he's gonna, call his bike over to the garage and start working on it with his Lev 4 and mech, or what is it? I know he's got the stuff to work on it. Repair 2, levitation 4, all this shit.
Are you?
So he's just.
You're gonna put armor in that now, Cade? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna armor that thing out?
I might maybe add some storage. It depends.
Pimp my ride.
He's like
gonna
taking
pimp my
things
ride.
off,
Put a couple
screw
saddlebags
it.
on it.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have everything that we got, how do you want us to price it, or what do you want to do? You want somebody to roll? You
Well,
want to figure out how?
Well, if you price it up at full value,
Yeah.
and then that's where the trade will come in, because this is still brand new, fresh.
Unused, unfired, all that.
Is somebody already on that, or do you want me to do it? When I say that, looking over at, well, Zool, but Sheridan. Have you already?
I mean, if
figured
it's gonna be like charisma rolls and require the
Well,
trade
yeah.
skill, I can do that.
No, I mean, I'm
Yes.
saying, are you pricing it out as? Has anyone priced it yet, or should you want me to do that? I'll do that. Prism's got time. He's sitting on the fucking Overwatch.
It would take a minute.
I got
because you
it.
have to
I
do
got
the
everything
info
open right
for
here. So
yourself.
just give me a minute. You guys continue. I'm gonna be drinking worms. I'm sitting on top of the building with my feet dangling off as I'm looking at my internal comm and fucking pricing it. Let me price it. I'll be right back.
Anyone have an idea
Yeah.
how to go about selling a bunch of stolen goods?
Bitrat.
I believe a few of us know some people.
I say Bitrat does have will know some people in the area, as will
I was gonna
Lucky,
say,
but
I-
you're
You
I-
just
both-
gotta point
you're
me to the
both
right
scummy
people, and I might be able to start selling stuff. But I just have no idea who those people are.
was eventually
Well,
going
I
to
think
if it's going to be through some of our people, his people, or whoever's people, I think it would be wise to let the person that knows the people deal with the people.
All right, I'll start looking for buyers.
Okay.
I'll hit the street, start looking for buyers.
Are
I
you
can
looking? Are you looking to sell it in one big lump, or are you looking for? Are you happy to sell off individual bits?
Or do you want to sell it a bit cheaper to insurgents to cause more trouble?
How about this? I feel like we should try to maximize profits.
The maximizing profits might be slow endeavor, and it might cause us to
Yeah.
inevitably lose out on
Well,
profits.
we need to
we
find a
could- we could
balance
sell-
between holding on to them and getting rid of them. Like, how quickly do we
I'm
want to
gonna-
get rid of them?
I'm gonna start
So-
like moving stuff around and like I'm gonna put like a rifle, like 2 rifles, two handguns, maybe like a shotgun and some grenades. And I say we could partition it out as certain items together in a group. You know,
So obviously, people want to buy the munition with the weapon and
Yes,
stuff like that.
the ammunition. Yes.
So I'm thinking, what if Uzumaki maybe he looks at doing the medium munitions and seeing if there's anyone he can sell those as a lump sum to, and I hit the streets to find people for the smaller munitions, and we
Well,
maybe
before we
keep
start selling anything, we need to try to get a quota for how much selling all of it would be worth, so we can figure out how
Yeah,
much credit out of this loot each of us and the team has, and which goods we'd want. Because if we start like, for example, if Uzumaki goes out and he ends up selling those assault shotguns, it ends up wasting money if I have to then go out and buy a new assault shotgun. If he sold them.
I mean, what you could do is you could work it all out, and then then you split it and say, okay, everyone gets 50k or whatever, and then you go, okay.
I think that's what we do.
And then you say,
it just might take time to liquidate it.
Of that 50k, I would like one of those assault shotguns. So of that 50k, 20k is on that assault shotgun. Now that's small.
Yeah.
That's
But
so you
I'm
can do it
just saying that if
way.
all of us are expecting all of the money and credits that we can spend on whatever we want, that's going to take time. It's easier if each of us just wants to pick a gun or two. That ends up being our share of the credits.
Right. It will take time if you want maximum money. If you're willing to accept less money, it can be significantly shorter. You could sell it rock bottom prices within the hour, if that's what you want. But if you want to hold on to it, you're okay to hold on to it.
These are new weapons. We got to sell them at new prices.
Do you want me to look on the equivalent of the dark web for you?
Yeah, you go.
So at some point, I've sort of made it back. On the way, I'm thinking, wow, you've been awfully trusting, allowing me to sort of wander off after everything I've seen.
Yeah.
To give you a bit of insight, though, I'm very untrustworthy of any sort of like.
You know, you were
authority.
just carrying trackers on you, so
As soon as
I
he
think you
says
share
that,
some of the guilt.
No, I'm not saying
as soon
that.
as
No,
he said that,
I'm just thinking that.
He's just thinking. Yes, he is correct.
So I'm just thinking.
Are you thinking it or you're saying it?
No, I'm just thinking. Listen, I'm just thinking that on the walk back. But
So
just
no.
give
What
you a bit of,
Saradin was thinking is Saradin's thinking that like as soon as you walk out of the blackout area, you're just gonna get flagged, and he's just be like, "That guy's so stupid. He's gonna have the police on him as soon as he leaves this building."
So,
Sort of not knowing how the hacking and disabling them works.
to give you some insight, I'm very sort of paranoid and not trusting of any authorities. I'd never dream of doing that. Twitchy, yeah. So maybe you're a bit surprised when I sort of walk back in, but I'll just sort of sit up in a corner and just be typing away at stuff, and maybe half listening in, and that's where I'll offer. Look, do you want me to check out on the dark web to see if there's any buyers there?
Okay, so first thing you want to do is, so do you, once the amount is worked out, you want new prices, yeah? for everything. You're not willing to
It's
take a
easiest to
discount.
work from the base prices and then modify them from there.
So but your starting is the base price that's given in the book, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what Prism's
Okay.
working with right now.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on,
that's
yeah,
fine.
this is gonna be. This is if we bought it from a shop. This is what I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you. And then we figure it out from there. Okay. I'll tell you how much
Yeah.
the take was because that's gonna be fun to know. I'm almost done. Give me a minute.
It's a lot. Like, I think we're
Yeah, it is a lot, but I mean,
each
I'll be
getting
right
like
back. I'm just having
around
a pee.
100,000.
Shh. I'm gonna mute you guys. So
That's at least what I'm guessing.
I think that's it. All right, hold on. So. Hold on. All right.
Hey, MC, I got a question. Okay, so if I mod my high lev bike into like a swoop bike, add an engine from Star Wars, how fast would it go? Just saying.
Wait, are you trying to like
Just say
upgrade
add
the
an engine
speed
from
of a
Star
high
Wars.
lev vehicle?
Like a big jet engine, like old jet engine.
It's
Like
like
a
half a
motherfucking-
million, I
like
think,
a
and you only
fucking,
get 60.
pod racer engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what he's saying. That's like, it's like half a million. There's stuff like that, I think.
No, just the engine, because I could just, pop this shit.
Yeah, no. If you look at the vehicles, there's a vehicle upgrading, and you can upgrade the lev pads on a vehicle to increase the lev speed.
Oh yeah, I know that, but like I'm trying to get an engine, not just the left pads. The left pads will go under it,
I know.
so the engine will stay
I'm
afloat.
saying if you assume that just upgrading the speed of a lev craft costs like half a million, it's probably going to be comparable for a car with an engine. That's usually
Yeah,
one of the
but
most
I'm looking at
expensive
some
parts
old
of the car.
shit. Not like a, not that
If you
new
want to go the route of like you're wanting to put in NOS,
No.
that I could see you probably doing. But if you're talking
Right,
about
okay.
putting in a better engine, then
No, Sheridan,
you have to
why you
find
gotta
it,
just
buy it.
chill out for a second. I'm asking MC for a reason.
What's that? Sorry, what is the question you want me to answer?
How much do you think it would cost if I had one of the, like a jet engine and then hooked it up to the swoop bike, like an old jet engine, not newer, old, and then attached it to my bike like a pod racer kind of situation? How much do you think that would cost?
So you're just attaching a new form of propulsion then, yeah?
Yeah, like I'm adding to it what it already has.
So, and the question is, what will that do with the speed?
I was trying to point out that there's already kind of a system for increasing the speed of lev vehicles, and it costs a lot, and you don't get a lot of speed out of it.
I get
But
that.
he's talking about not using lev pads, but instead using like a turbine engine you'd find on like a Boeing plane.
The fuck are you gonna find that?
Is what he's asking for. That's exactly my point. I'm like, there's so many
You know what?
issues
Sarah,
with this.
thank you for spoiling my fun. Never fucking mind. Jesus Christ.
He wants an
if you want-
airplane.
Jesus fucking Christ. I
All
can't
right.
even ask questions until you butt in. Chill out.
If you want to find an engine, it may not be a jet engine, but it could be the equivalent, and attach it to the front of the front of the bike. It's going to be a little bit of work because that kind of engine does drink fuel.
Yeah.
So you're either going to either change the method of fueling, or upgrade the fuel that your vehicle currently, or upgrade the fuel tank of the vehicle you're covering it to include the jet fuel. Now that,
Okay.
so you can do it, and it will significantly increase the speed, but your vehicle is not designed for this, so it'll make while you're not using it, the handling will be affected slightly because you've just whacked a huge piece of metal on the front of it. But when you are using it, it's going to become a lot more difficult because while you're going to be a hell of a lot faster, you're going to be you're going to have.
So I was
it's gonna
thinking
be-
more like put it underneath the bike. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be, hung.
Shh.
When
No,
you say
Joel.
no, no, no,
underneath?
no.
When you say underneath, do you mean
Fade.
directly underneath so it shoots up, or do you mean sort of on the back underneath so it still pushes it forwards quicker?
No, like on the back underneath, so it would still push it forwards.
Quicker, right? Okay.
I have a question for you, Kate.
Go, do it.
How big are you thinking? Because that is, I feel like, the main issue. If you put a little tiny jet engine, I can totally see this working, and that's cool. But if you're talking about one designed for a plane that fits under the wing of a plane, that thing's going to throw off the center of mass of your vehicle, and it's going to cause you to start spinning in circles really fast, unless
Not if he tethers to the
are a
front like
skilled
a
enough
pod
pilot
racer.
to counter it.
Not if he tethers it
no.
to the
Well, you'd
front
have
like
to
a
have
pod
two.
racer. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
There's a
You
reason
wouldn't
they always have
necessarily
two.
need to. You
Hey,
can have one. It's just directly in
Zool.
front of you,
Zool.
beneath. So
I know.
Zool.
I've played a lot of
Zool.
games where
Zool.
I've like
Fucking
built
game, dude. Chill out.
Zool. Shh. Stop, please. Thank you. Everyone can do whatever they want. This is not. Just relax. All right. Fade. Pay attention to fucking chat, dude.
Okay. So yes, you can do these things, but like I said, it'll make the vehicle hard to control.
Yeah.
And at very high
Fade.
speeds, you're looking at virtually direct. You're going to be struggling to control anything beyond straight line speed.
Okay. Cool.
But you can definitely do it. It's just
yeah.
there'll be and also plus it will not be cheap.
Oh yeah.
Because
No, I was just thinking of it. I was just wanted to know if it would be feasible.
Yeah.
It's an overworld game.
Okay,
You can do whatever you
That's
want.
it. Thank you.
All of cool.
All right. Since fucking Fade Usamagi's not paying attention to me. Here's what we got, kids. Here's
Fuck off. I've been here listening to y'all argue.
no, I was trying to get you to pay attention to chat. That's all I care about. Anyways.
Oh, I didn't hear you say.
All right. So if we went to the munitions and we bought all this stuff, what do you think? Who's got an idea? How much do you think all this comes out to? No one? Good. Great.
I'm gonna guess 2
Somewhere around
million
$1
or something.
million.
You know what? If you guys met in the middle, yeah, it's going to come out to almost 1.6 million credits worth of goods. So, here's what I'm thinking.
Your drive ass didn't
Since-
even message me anyway.
Yeah, it's in the fucking Roll20 twat. You know, it's in the group chat up there. Well, it's the whisper chat right now, but there you go. I remember I'm not on the new laptop, so I don't want to fucking crash everything. Anyways, yeah, it's like almost 1.6 million credits for everything.
Right.
Now, outfitting, that's it. Honestly, you know what? And I'm going to look over at Usamagi. I don't know how you want to deal with this. I spent a lot of credits on some programs and some other stuff. I also gave you guys some money up front, some credits up front, but I'm okay with that. If you want to see what we can get for this lump sum and then split it evenly for this one, which means doing so, though, I expect all of you to outfit yourselves from here on out for any mission that we do.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm okay with that.
I look over at
I
the
think
other-
this should be more than enough money.
So
That's if we can sell it at top dollar, which I doubt.
okay.
Unless
So
you use your trading. Anyways, yes, go ahead.
well, even with the right. So, how long are you willing to sit on this stuff? Are we talking hours, days, or weeks?
No,
I
we need to get rid of it.
So days then.
Yeah, I'd say days.
Days.
A couple of
Okay,
days at
so-
best, but we need to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, probably days.
Okay, so
You what?
days.
I look over at Sheridan.
So Sheridan. Right. Who's
You've
right?
got
So
trade
Lucky and Bitrat. Do you have anything in the way of? Sorry, Sheridan. I'll come back to you in a sec. Do you have anything in the way of corporate or criminal contacts?
No.
No, only thing I have is street connection.
Okay. You can make a roll on your street connections. Bitrat, you can make a roll on just a simple roll on charisma.
Prism does have black market connections.
Then in that case, you can also make a black market roll as well.
What do you want to do? D12 plus my charisma?
Not bad from Bitrat.
15.
Yeah, just D12 plus your charisma plus your contact level.
It's only one, but yeah.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
So Lucky, make your roll on your criminal contacts.
Let me just grab my charisma. Yeah.
Okay, so I think with those rolls, you can sell them all within a couple of days. That's fine. None of them, while they weren't bad, none of them were particularly high. Prism's got quite a good roll. So now, when it comes to moving these items, are you inviting people here pick up the items, or are you meeting them in a neutral place?
Neutral place.
Yeah, we're gonna say neutral. I mean, we could even drop them off by delivery drone or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're not bringing them here.
So of course, be
Especially-
a neutral meeting ground of our choice, though, not theirs.
Yeah, especially because this is like bit wet.
What if we did like drop boxes also?
Yeah, drones, dude.
That drops.
Whatever.
Well, no, this hardware is not the kind of thing they're going to want you to leave in a dead drop.
Yeah. No.
Because it's brand new, shiny, and you want brand new, shiny prices. So, to be
Hey,
honest,
I'm just gonna
they
say
will be
they're in crates. We
expecting
wrap them up in
delivery.
duct tape.
We could just remember. I know a way in and out of the city, so we could just fucking meet them outside in the desert.
So they're not. So they expect, in fact, if they're going to paying top dollar, they're going to expect some delivery.
Yeah, we'll have Sheridan, Mr. Charisma. You can just deliver all these, and then you can, try to up it.
If we're going that route and they're going to be expecting delivery, I'm going to be expecting them to pay it also.
If you want top
We're
dollar,
throwing in a premium.
Throwing a premium. Right,
it's
okay.
probably going to cost more than full price if they're wanting it delivered.
You could make maybe more friends too.
That's
We know how
fine.
you work.
That's
a couple of connections.
Well, like I said,
maybe.
That's fine. If the gear is as good as you state, then that's them paying won't be an issue. So we're going to break it down by contract. So Prism, you've used a few of your contacts to get rid of some of it. So I want Sheridan to make a roll for that particular negotiation. So feel free to make a roll. Also, but before you do, make a luck roll. Before you make a negotiation roll, make a luck roll.
You want Sheridan to do that, right?
Sheridan, you're fine. Yeah, it's a human contact.
Oh yeah.
So you get your full bonus, a full suite of whatever you have. So pheromones a lot.
That's sweet goodness.
So if you'd like to make your negotiation roll, your trade roll.
Yeah, and I'll throw in all my bucks.
Oh, good lord.
Oh.
I will give him my re-roll for one session.
You won't what re-roll? Have you got a luck of 12?
Hell
What-
yeah, no.
Since when do you get a reroll? Sorry, what?
Yeah, since just now. No, I'm just playing.
I'm just fucking making this shit up as he goes along. Right. You right. You will get the requested price, and that is fine. But that is all, and they expect free delivery, and you will. That's it, and that's only because you've got plus 26. That's the
Well,
only
I mean,
reason.
I think market price is fair.
That's lucky. That's good because that's all you're going to get. And you're not getting any more with that roll. But because you're rolling the plus 26, I will put it this way. Prism, they're not happy with you because this one is a hard bargainer, and they, because they're your contact, they're expecting a good deal. Not happy with you. Unfortunately, they rolled a 1. That's the way it is. But you got the sale.
All right, that's good. That's great.
But so that's the first part
Fuck.
of the negotiation done. Next, who got the next highest? I think that was Bitrat. Bitrat, your contacts on the street. Okay.
So can I just highlight, guys, that this wasn't part of my original
You're
job.
going to be compensated. Don't you worry there, buddy. Okay. Okay.
So just to give you a bit of insight, this guy's living from sort of meal to meal, and he's just hearing everything that's going on. And you know,
Oh
like,
no, I was.
you know, the start
You know
of the
what?
mafia movie, the kid sort of sees the big money, and
Here's actually. You want me to even roll? No, because all right. So basically, Prism would be. He was not talking to you directly, but he's been watching you. I've even had drones that may or may not have been following you when you were out because he doesn't trust you, and maybe you know how much we're worth, and maybe you don't. Anyways, he was going to throw you some money anyways, so you can say you even got it up front if you want to be rest assured or
Yeah,
you
no,
want to wait.
he's just seeing some opportunity. He's just highlighting it. He's not going to negotiate. He just says, "Oh, just so you know, this wasn't part of the original job, but he's going to carry on and get it
That's
done
fine.
anyway, and then see what happens."
Sheridan,
Okay.
if you'd like to make a luck roll first to see what type of contact you are going to be dealing with.
Well, Zool will get a ping on his Cash App for 60,000 credits.
So that's fine. Again, it's a human. You can use all of your bonuses. Feel free to roll again. Make your trade roll. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, seeing the quality of the goods involved, and your awesome negotiation skills, you will get the price plus 10% on top. Now, that's not 10% on top of everything. That's just on that portion, but we'll work out what that is in a moment. But yes, so you've done really well. You've got a good job. 10% on top of this portion. And then for the final bit, it was Lucky. So, Lucky, these are your criminal contacts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, Sheridan, make another roll, please. Luck. This is no. Sorry, make a luck roll first. Don't you can? Is that
Yeah,
your luck
that
roll?
was a luck roll.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't so good. Unfortunately, you're going to be facing off against a robot. So any normal contact, any normal pheromone bonus you will not get against this. So you will get other bonuses, just not your pheromone-based stuff. Oh no, it's only
a
plus
plus 20.
Shit. Okay, so again, it was a good roll. 23 is fine. It's not fantastic, but it's still okay. So again, you will get full price plus 5%. Because your roll wasn't great. It was good, but it wasn't anywhere near top notch. So on top, I will say that you will have a total of the full price plus 7% on top. So I'll let you do the mathematics on that 7%.
Are you wanting me to roll anything?
No, that's
Okay.
fine. No, that's fine. No.
Is this assuming we've just liquidated all of the stuff?
This is how much you would get now.
I feel
If
like
you have chosen to keep part of the assets, I'm not worried about it. You can just remove that amount from the cash that you would have
Yeah.
got. So
I was
don't worry about the 7%.
Yeah, that makes it easier.
I was gonna say that's
Just-
gonna be easier than being like, well, I took one rifle and now just
No,
there we go.
just
So it came
just
out.
knock.
Hold on, I'll put it in chat. So here's
Yeah.
total credits was 1,706,222. That's what it came out to, kids.
And then you can then divide that by 5.
Oh,
5. And it should come to about...
Usamagi, are we doing equals?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm just gonna
come to about
341,240.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be spending all of mine. We'll see, because I don't think there's too expensive of things I want to get. That might be more than enough money I need.
341,000.
And I think it would be cool to actually have a grouped pool, to put our money in for.
That's fine. You've got your 341. That's great. If you want to decide that you want a group funds, that's fine. You can do that.
I smirk and be like, Usamagi and I were here. Sorry, go ahead, MC.
I was going to say we don't need to do that here. You can do that You can do that between the sessions, because I'm away for the next 2 weeks. I'm in Seattle, so if any of you are near Seattle, then give me a shout and
that
we'll
would be
meet up.
fun.
If not,
I wish I was out there picking up my tent, because that would be fun.
Okay, so for my 321,000, would I be able to get a very old Osprey?
Is that the jet engine of choice?
No. The Osprey itself, like old, rundown, a little bit broken Osprey.
You're gonna have to use a vehicle broker for that, fucker. I love it.
I can think of some really cool ways this can actually go. And I'm
So,
sorry for trying to crash on your idea. I think it's
what
still
I'm trying to do with this
something.
Osprey. This
like
Osprey, because since I'm gone, it's gonna be at the fucking motherfucking Oasis. I'm gonna
like
kit
a
it out.
duster.
I'm gonna fix it up, and it's gonna be evac for emergencies only.
Remember, you got to take out your seed money from that. Whatever you.
No, that is my money. I'm buying it.
No. I'm saying to Prism, there was some upfront costs.
There was. As your trusted leader, and to gain all of your trust, I'm going to just split it equally with all you. Usamagi is going to do the same thing because he's on board with what I'm doing, whether he didn't say so or not. And I'm also going to give Bitrat 40,000.
He's never seen money like this before.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna transfer I'm just gonna swipe my hand. I'm gonna look at you and be like, why don't you get if you're gonna work with us, you're gonna have to get a little bit better, I'm just gonna like wave my hand up and down like whatever the fuck I'm looking at.
I pop out of the side and say, "Here."
His eyes go wide. He's never seen anything like this many zeros before.
Wait, just so you, how much is a pack of cigarettes again? Was it?
It's like, I don't know, 1,000,
1,000.
2,000. Usamagi, who'd you give money to earlier?
Yeah, just to put it in that's the pack of cigarettes. It's like 1,000.
Yeah, so I mean 40,000 is decent. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'll give you.
what was that for? I was just like, ooh, I hear my name and money. I'm writing that down.
So Zool is currently blessed with 100,000, 40,000 from.
No, I gave this to Bitrat.
From Prism.
No, Fade.
Oh, you gave it to Bitrat?
I gave it to Bitrat. Yeah, not Sheridan, because he's getting his own cut. He can do whatever. He got 341,000 credits.
I thought Zool. Okay. Bitrat,
So
Bitrat
is that who you were trying to send 60?
guy?
Yeah, you were sending 60,000 to Bitrat. I kind of figured that's what you wanted to do. So yeah, Bitrat. Right now you just got 60 from. Actually, I'm gonna have to match you, Usamagi, so I don't look like a fucking asshole. Actually, I don't know you sent him that, so never mind. You get 40 from me.
So you get a total of 100,000.
So, yeah,
Make it 110. Make 110. 10,000 from Lucky.
There you go. So you can just keep getting, like, people are just swiping your fucking vault card you have, just keeps going from jink, jink, jink.
Right.
Except
okay.
Kate. It's gonna say. So I do have is the 431,000 that I have able to buy an osprey that I have to fix up?
MC, this is your session.
I was thinking you'd have to like commission a hunt for it. Like you gotta find a
You gotta
There's
use
definitely
abandoned
scrap yards
hangar or
probably
something.
something.
Seriously,
There's
no.
definitely-
I've just looked at what
Yeah.
Osprey is. Fucking hell no.
a
Fuck
vehicle
off.
broker.
Fuck off.
What
You're
about a
looking at
helicopter?
Even a beat up one, you're looking at millions.
Yeah,
If it costs you 1,000 credits for a fucking packet of cigarettes, you can't buy this vehicle for 300 packets of cigarettes. Fuck off.
Okay, what about
Stop
Yeah,
taking
like
the
you're
piss.
better off probably commissioning a bunch of like raiders and then buying the equipment and getting them to find one, and that might be about the same price.
Cheeky bastard. Seriously.
Hey, yeah. But what about a helicopter? Like a cargo helicopter?
Right.
That's for fighting.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
with
what
you.
size are you talking about? A Chinook, which is double blade, or are you talking like a single one, like a Huey?
A Huey?
Get the Thanos copter.
Right. I don't think helicopters are discussed in this rulebook, are they?
I
They-
want
No,
to
we
point
don't
out
have
that with
helicopters
the
in
money we have,
2096.
we can do stuff like
Hey, I'm gonna look over at Sheridan as he
armored
opens his-
flying limo
We
or armored flying UTV.
could. Sheridan, I'm gonna look at you. Do you understand how many credits I've already invested in this operation? Do you know how many credits?
Yeah.
Since you got a job, how I've rented the vehicle, outfitted you.
Oh,
No,
you
do you
do.
really? Listen, I'm not gonna add it up because it's a fucking lot. Okay. So what we got right now,
Yeah, I
what we
want to
all
help.
split, okay, is what I had at the beginning of this. More. I'm not going to tell you how many credits I have. I don't like rubbing in people's faces, but I'm just saying we could do a lot, and we're going to do a lot. But this
So
is what I'm saying.
what was the total takeaway for everybody from this?
341,000.
244 and 40 if we did that. But anyways, I'm going to just look at you, Sheridan, and be like, listen, we can do a lot, and we're going to. You still probably have to get to work, don't you? Was
Yeah,
this the weekend? Listen.
I don't think that can compare to this money. I don't know how much longer I can keep it up.
Okay, well, that's fine. You need to, because do you know what's in that facility right there that we're going to take? We're going to do the same thing with what's downstairs.
Well, okay, well,
We still need to find a way
but
in and out. We need access, and we need to be able to get rid of the shit quick. Sabe?
I've been really wanting to get some like cybernetic eyes.
Sheridan,
Maybe
this
some
is not,
implants.
no. Sheridan, this is not
Okay,
the time. Okay, listen.
yeah.
This is the first thing
We,
you
you
do.
we have
maybe
plenty
help
of
me
time
get-
to do all that.
There's no time to go out to have a big party to buy fucking expensive things and augment yourself. That might give you away, dude. Because right now on your minimum wage
Okay,
fucking
okay,
credit, you get it, dude.
What
simmer- Simmer down. You'll
what's
have.
the best armor you think you could help me get?
Which you. Oh god. I walk out and start drinking wormshine.
But yeah,
No,
is
no,
there
this
any
isn't work
flying-
related.
Is there any
I'm
like
just-
planes or helicopters that I can buy
Not
that will carry me,
Not for-
Tracy,
not-
and my bike?
Not for three. Even right. Okay, let's just have a look. So a standard truck is 400 and sorry.
I
So
think.
luxury vehicles in the millions. So we'll throw that in the bin. Any vehicle. Oh fuck me. Any right. So any Lev retrofit is 100 grand. So no, sorry, you cannot buy a fucking helicopter for that kind of money.
Yeah, but I can get high lev from buying.
You can get high lev. You can't get high lev because, well, with the just the retrofit is 400 grand.
I have that. Okay. Here's my idea. I'm gonna make my bike into a fighter jet.
I can't deal with you right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dear God.
I was already having an
Let us
aneurysm a
finish
little
our
bit ago.
plans already with what we have
Yeah,
going
we're
on.
not gonna
Got
talk
the
about.
credits from that.
I'm gonna like
We
look at you
successfully
fucking.
did that job.
What the fuck are you talking about? Helicopters.
We
And
don't
fucking...
need to go spending immediately. They will think that is weird. If all of a sudden a bunch of credits are dumped into investments of multiple ammunitions,
It's-
armors, or even fucking vehicles,
And I hate.
it is highly intuitive for us to wait until we are done with our current job.
And I hate to like
Which we
mention
are.
this, guys, but what you just got isn't a lot of fucking credits.
It's
Okay.
not.
Yeah,
So-
like we were saying, it's 300 cigarettes worth of credits.
Yeah, I mean,
Credits,
go buy
300
yourself a
credits.
nice fucking sedan. It's gonna be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Or a fucking
You
sports
could buy a, you could
Yeah,
buy
just-
like a
UTV.
a
Yeah.
UTV for 200 grand.
Yeah. And
For a
put-
motorcycle, a high lev motorcycle is only 200k. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I already
gonna
have
cost-
one of those.
Yeah,
So
so
just
why do you
put
want-
missiles and shit
say-
on it. You're already there, dude. Like why do you make it a fighter
want-
jet?
I want wings.
Put-
Okay,
put-
so if I get
Oh my god.
if I get a 4-person UTV,
And then you make
and
it
I
high
put-
lev.
make it high lev. No, because that's
Would
400.
you want to be in a? Remember, that's an open air vehicle too. It's not like it's got windows and doors, dude. So
Yeah, no,
you
you're
don't
right.
really want to fly around like, and it's the same thing with a motorcycle. Like it's it's aerodynamics and it's got a windscreen. Trust me, I've been on a fucking motorcycle going very fast
I hold my
with
hand
no
up for a
fairings.
second as I look at Lucky and Bitrat and I say, the go-to hacker for the group. Hacking is not as easy as you think. I am well versed in this, and I think I have a hacking. I got like a level 3 in hacking. It's still difficult to hack. Some of these systems are beyond what you would expect.
Sorry, what are people rolling?
His hand
I
just
butted into Lucky and Bitrat's conversation in the chat.
his hand just subconsciously goes up and touches sort of the broken malfunctioning sort of implant in his head.
Is there a twitch with that malfunction? Do you have like a tick?
Yeah, I think so. It's sort of like memories of old days and things like that. Anything
Wait,
to do with.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
Go on, go on.
I'm gonna look. Lucky, are you saying that out loud? Yeah, you says. Look.
Yeah,
Do I overhear him? These idiots? Who you fucking calling an idiot there, kid?
how many people did you almost get killed?
It doesn't
that first
listen.
day.
It doesn't.
But how many people actually died?
Listen, do you know me? Like, I don't go. That's not something that happens. Maybe in an alternate reality, I might have melted down and gone and killed a bunch of people. But physically, that's not in my being. I'm not just gonna kill a bunch of civs, even though they are the enemy. You know what I mean? So listen, what could have been didn't, because MC is really nice. But you know what I mean? And I'm like, listen, we're all here to take Gentech down. We don't like them. We all have our stories, I feel like. And they're not good
Yes,
guys.
we're here. All right. I apologize for calling you idiot.
It's fine. I didn't take it personally. Don't worry
must
about it. Because you're
stand-
right.
Particularly
And
true.
we must
particularly
band
if it's true.
together to commit with the other side.
There you go. Because,
I accidentally blew up a corporate plane and crashed it into a city. Big deal.
yeah, we don't want to talk
Let's get
about
over
that. We don't want to talk about that. And that was an executive
Okay.
airship.
Oh, right. Okay. Now, is anyone watching the news?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see the...
Okay.
We
so-
probably got monitors and shit pulled up for the log.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
probably
So, there
There
is a news article that comes up, and that a Gentech convoy has been hit,
Oh,
and that the terrorist, the villainous terrorist Uzumaki, has been identified as pulling the job. Because in fact, some of the people seem to be wearing similar masks, and they were shouting. And in fact, you can see some. You can see. Remember the vlogger you saw, or blogger, or whatever. You saw him there. Yeah, they've got his footage, and there's you raising your fist to the sky, and yeah, kicking off, and you're like, oh. So I won't. They haven't increased your bounty, but
Damn.
where before it was dead or alive, now it's just dead. So yeah, Usamaki is now 5 million dead.
Well, that sucks for you, dude. I was hoping you'd at least get a bounty boost, you know? Maybe like hit
It's
the
okay.
10
The
mark.
next job will probably give me a bounty boost
No,
because they
no.
won't be able
Hey,
to kill him.
the next job we're using my face, okay? My armor. That's only fair. You know, we gotta go back and forth, dude. Because I gotta catch you.
Anyway, so everybody has what they want.
Sweet.
So what? I'm going to let everyone do their buying because I'm not really worried about that right now.
Yeah, we're not going to stop and do that.
All right. So what are we all doing now? What's the next step?
Okay.
We still need to
I
find a way
kind of-
in and out. Yes, Mr. Airplane.
I figured it out. If I get a
Okay.
high lev retrofit and then go to a scrapyard and get
I
a frame,
shoot you with
would
my
that work?
fucking ion rifle.
No, it's understandable. Stop.
Shoot you.
If I put the retrofit on the frame, would it work?
Sorry, what frame are you buying?
If I go to a scrapyard
Yes.
and I put the high lev retrofit on the frame,
On what
would it
frame?
work? A frame of a vehicle.
What? Yes, but I need to know what vehicle you have got the frame of.
Let's see. I'd say a very broken sports. I'll send you a picture.
Yes, you do that.
I'm just
Because
imagining this
the
like
one thing I will say
rusty
is,
husk of a car, and he's trying to put lev tech on it to get it to fly.
because
So-
one thing I will say is, don't think because you've put your high lev, because
So
you
pretty
put
much,
something. And
I'm
let me
imagining. Yeah, I
let me
know.
just-
I'm imagining the left tech is the outside, like those spikes, and then the rest of the stuff on the sides, and then basically the middle is the frame that I'm trying to get. That's it.
Right, hang on. Where? Okay.
But imagine it rusted as fuck
Whereabouts have you put it on? Which
in your
chat?
your regular messages.
Regular messages. What regular? What the fuck? What?
DMs, your DMs.
Oh, you sent it to me direct. Oh, right. What? Just what the? Seriously?
So it looks
Oh.
stripped as fuck already, but just the middle part, the blue, would be the frame that I'm just trying to get. That's it. And then put a high lev on that to the rest of it, and it would basically be that.
So, I see. Right.
Yeah.
So this looks a bit sporty. Quite nice. Quite nice.
Yes. It seems
Yes.
feasible.
Yes, I don't see that being an issue. If you want to do that, that doesn't seem unreasonable.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do?
Okay.
Uh,
That's I it's not.
and then the rest, the 400 for that, and then probably 10 grand for the frame. So that's 410.
No, the frame's gonna be more than 10 grand.
Like 20.
Say
It's
20,
just
yeah,
a
say
frame.
20 because it's just a frame. Yeah, but bodywork is still fairly expensive, mate.
Well, yeah, I get that. I know. I'm just I have the skills to put everything together
Okay. You are
because
going to
it
be
is high
required to make a
lev.
roll
I
for
have
that.
4 lev. Would it take a while? No, I'm gonna do this while I'm not gonna be here for the rest of the sessions or whatever because Wednesdays I'm gonna start be working. So this is all just gonna be at the Oasis, I guess.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, you can just crack on with that. That's fine.
You mean a spring?
That's okay. So while he's doing that, I presume everyone else wants to do some shopping, yes?
I want to fucking make more credits, but
Probably.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
with.
I'll be on you probably
with,
wanting to make more, but I need to sink in a little bit of like I want to make sure I'm a bit more capable. I feel like I kind of let you guys down.
I feel like me and Prism are going to look for more jobs, and
Yeah,
hopefully for a bigger
I'm-
payout.
yeah. I'm gonna look at leveling my street or black market connections in this app.
That's fine. Right. Okay.
Mana.
Okay. Well, where am I supposed to be doing? There it is. Right. Okay. So, Sheridan, if you want to go and do some shopping, there is a shop nearby which everyone knows about, which is just a pawn shop, but turns out it has some fairly good firepower and other equipment. So, if you want to do some, you could go there.
I'll do that.
So, Prism and Uzumaki, you're looking for new jobs. But I can't remember. I think it may have been Lucky. Lucky, you had a street contact, which you not in the last session, but in the sessions before, you went to meet, and he told you that there was access to a new area, which could lead into.
Into that area, yeah.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
We
unless
map,
you guys,
yeah.
unless you're shopping, maybe we should go check that out, Usumagi.
I'm going to
I'll
ask the
check
group.
that out.
I'm going to ask the group if you want me to start sort of almost like a social media campaign on the download to get some sort of positive messaging out there about the group.
That would be perfect.
I
As
think
a
it's-
matter of fact,
I think it is time for a propaganda war against these guys because they are responsible for what happened. I feel like in Genesis.
So what do you want to be called out there? What do you want the group to be called?
It's just a revolution.
Well, okay, so what is the current goal for our group? Destroy Gentech?
Bring the downfall of the Ventec.
Yes. Isn't that where we're playing at?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm not good at
genocide
thinking of
with the
names.
Gentech warrior?
Genocide. Yeah, but that might bring, especially what happened in Genesis, that might be a little too close to what they think we did or what Uzumaki did, since he is the, what do they call you? What do they call you? Fuck.
No, you were the biological terrorist. You were
I
the
was.
biological weapon. Yes, you were.
Oh, that's
So
right.
he was the head honcho because he threatened them directly because he decided he was a bit fucking tough.
Forgot.
But you were the one that they accused of using biological agents and chemical agents. So yeah, that's more you than it is him.
I'm gonna really have to up my bounty because I feel like a bioterrorist would have more,
Do we get XP for this session?
You do indeed. You are free to take. While we didn't do any combat, we did do plenty of roleplay. So I'm going to give you 8 each.
Sweet. Next level.
I do have a question. I know
Yeah.
I've been asking a lot about this, but so the high lev would be a plus 80, right? But since would it be the sports plus 80 because it was a high lev for the sport, or would it just be the 80 and I have to keep going?
Yeah, but you
That's the question, ain't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, considering it's not going to be used much in my campaign, Prism, what do you think?
I'm trying to ignore all these questions. So why don't you ask me fucking later? How about that? Because
In that case, yes, you can. You can take the take the The
It's a
luxury
standard.
option.
Oh, luxury. Okay.
You can take the luxury option. That's fine.
The GT.
Yeah.
Doing things.
I think I'm actually going to save a bunch of my money for when I don't have the job anymore. Cybernetics, I want to get.
Oh, it's actually pretty close to my speed of my high level bike. The cost. I'm not going to put the cost down because I made it myself. I put the armor level of 1 because it's a fucking broken frame. And I'm putting it as the GT because it's lower than standard of how much armor it has. Actually, I'll minus 20 from that because it's broken. It needs to be fixed. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, that's it.
Right. Well, what I'm going to do, rather than start anything new today, because it's now 10 to 11, I'm going to leave this. And for the next session, you're going to be doing some exploring underground. Going to have a little bit of a dungeon bash.
And for the last day, Prism or Cade and Tracy go to Prism, give them a handshake. See you at the Oasis. I got stuff to do.
You mean the
I'm sorry,
spring?
man. I can't. Yeah.
I've never been there, but you can't what? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, big guy, but
No, I got family issues and stuff. I need to go find out where they are.
well, I hope it works out for you. I'm gonna look over at Tracy and be like, you sure you want to go with him, Tracy? I mean, you do have free will. You know, you could stick around here. Don't I have bonuses from that interaction a little while ago, like sessions and sessions ago? MC, you remember
No.
that? You know, you're not gonna
Yes,
let
I
me
do,
that?
but no, because that's
God, that
not
would be
mine.
great.
That's his.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best. It's been a ride.
It has. If you need anything, give me a shout. See if I can pick you
I'll
up.
be sure to keep in contact.
If you guys need evac, just let me know. And he skedaddles.
And little do anyone see a tear streams out of Prism's fucking eye. But not because they're leaving, because he's out of Wormshine.
Oh, bitch. Bitch. Bitch.
Who's going to be the designated driver now?
Not
That's a
me.
good question.
Apparently, he's the god of driving.
Well, you did roll a lot of 12s this session,
I
which
did.
means next time it's not going to be so good.
We'll see. I'm gonna raise my fucking luck so I can re-roll now. There you go. Yeah, boy. Anyways,
So, just to
Where's
say,
the level up and experience page?
fucking find out.
Yeah.
Lucky. Is that what you're asking? Same thing. What?
well, I would like to know that, but my question was just for if I could have level 1 black market connection next session. When we start next session, because that's what I want my character to do between now and then, basically.
Yes,
Is
is the answer
build-
to that. Yeah.
build a black shop. All good.
Anyone else? Anything before MC departs on his holiday in the West? God, I want to get out to Washington now, but I gotta work.
All the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy your time. Thank you for the
Good
session.
holiday.
And I shall see you in a couple of weeks. Cheers, guys.
Sounds good. Goodbye.
But
Cheers, bud.
And what do I do? There's a screen for this. Oh, it's called the end screen. Anyways, until next time. Speaking of next Next time.